Hi there, welcome to our third ramp training exercise video. This time we're looking at entering resources. So in terms of this, following on from the previous two videos, we're going to build up the ramp model. So really what we want to look at here, starting off with how do we configure resources within the ramp model. So there's four sheets we need to think about here. The first one is the configuration resource types, where we'll put the function, ranks and resource types in. The next would then be an abstraction, location and budget sheets. So just bearing in mind, every time we look to do things with resources, four different sheets to look at. Okay, so what we've been asked to do is to enter resources for EvoSure Constabulary. We're entering response PCs who are going to be based at BCU level at a cost of £50,000 per officer. In the budget, there's an establishment for 120 response PCs for each BCU. PCs are contracted for 40 hours per week. In terms of abstractions, we need to make the hours of abstractions add up to 33%. Response PCs, the operation runs 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Therefore, the operation will be running for 168 hours per week. And during that time, we would want to have a minimum of 2 staff, 2 PCs in each BCU. We're going to use a 5-team pattern, so we're going to round it to multiples of 5. At the moment, no supervisors, and take into account the fact that officers are spending 40% of time on other tasks. So, into the model. And I need to make this bigger so you can see it. So into the model, we're going to do response PCs. The function response rank PC, no supervisor, so no maximum to supervise just now. Geographical tree being used is EvoSure. The lowest unit in that is beat, but we want to use BCU. And then the annual cost of £50,000. Okay, so that gives us our configured resource type sheets. We then move into resources and abstractions. So response PCs, excuse the spelling mistake there, they're going to work 40 hours a week, which means the hours in the year would be 2,087. So bearing in mind that this ramp uses the idea that there are 52.2 weeks in a year. I know that in some models people would tend to use 52 weeks in a year, so make it a slightly different figure. Certainly that's something that we can deal with the configuration sheets. So we need to make, what we were asked to do in this was to make the abstraction add up to 33%. So I know that 33% of 2087 will be 689 hours. So because I've done this before, I'm able to just put some numbers in that will give an idea of those abstractions. So what we have there is 689 lost hours to give you a loss rate of 33%. Obviously, for any examples within your force, you'll be looking to put accurate numbers in around number of hours of annual leave, sickness, court, etc. But it is a training example. So that gives us for each response PC an average networked hours per year of 1,398. Moving on to the locations sheet, we have 3 BCUs. What we said was for each BCU, the operating hours would be 168, or 24 times 7, 168 hours. Minimum present for each BCU would be 2. Each BCU is operating a 5-team structure. No supervisors at the moment, but we would have 40% other tasks and rounding to the nearest multiple of 5 so that all the teams are the same size. So that looks okay. We've got 24/7 coverage, minimum of 2 people per day, officers in teams of 5, and we're rounding to 5, to multiples of 5, with 40% other tasks in place. And now move on to the budget side of things. On the budget, so the years 2015-16 might not be the most up to date, but that's what we've got in here. And for that, we said there would be 120 in each BCU. So for that's the year, and I'm just going to copy that across going forward. Okay. So I think that's it pretty much set up. So I'll jump back to the presentation. What we're expecting to see is response. So in the resource types, response, PC, no supervision, £50,000 at BCU level. So we'll just check that that's right. So configuration, resource types, response, PC rank, response PCs. I even change that to remove my spell mistake. Response PC, EvoSure BCU, £50,000. In the resources, abstractions for response PC, so we're looking for 40 hours a week, 260 to give us a 33% abstraction, 33% abstraction, 1398. Quite happy with that. Moving on to locations. (168) minimum of 2 present at all times. 1682. 5 teams 40% and 5 teams 40% and rounding to 5. That all makes sense. And then in the budget, $120 in each. Oh no, sorry, 20 in each is what we should have. We should have 20 in each, which will be a change from my presentation. So I'll have a look at that and change that typo. So 20 in each that we've got. One thing that would be worth noting is the years that are in here. Obviously 2015-16 is a long time ago. So if you wanted to change that into configuration sheets and miscellaneous, what you can do is change the years. So what I'll be looking to do is to copy this, paste it in here, and just make sure that my years are up to date. So 2027, and 2026, 27, 2027, 28, and that's all set up in there. That concludes the video in terms of how to put resources into the model. Thank you for your time. If you do require any further assistance, please contact us during using the help desk at helpdesk.processevolution.co.uk. Thank you.